order. In accordance with Indiana statute, this meeting is being recorded live and will be available online. Okay. Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we have an agenda before us. I move that we approve that agenda.
Second.
Okay. Financial minutes of.
Didn't we just, even though it's the first and second, we still would make sure we vote.
Yes. Approved.
Sorry, I just gotta make sure that, especially when it comes to the vouchers, that's the only thing I care about, really.
Okay. Minutes of September 10th. Everybody had a chance to review those. Any additions, corrections?
Okay.
None? Okay. Move that the minutes of September 10th be approved.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, financial reports.
Oh, you must have ran something. The only financial vouchers that we have to approve are payroll. We had no accounts payable vouchers to approve for this month. $2,061.01. Sorry about that. What that boils down to is Steve hasn't sent us his bill yet.
Oh my God. I'll make a motion to approve the payroll. Which one was it? It's payroll.
Payroll.
Move the payroll.
Accounts payable for $2,061.01.
Yeah.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anything further financial? Okay. New business, Ordinance 2025, stormwater rates.
So if you guys remember, I think it was back in either April, we had a gentleman come in, talk about adjusting stormwater rates to improve our billing and improve our operating budget within stormwater. And his suggestion at that time was that we actually go back and make sure that we're handling all parcels and all property correctly within our jurisdiction, our town. Throughout the summer, we partnered with ERI and Bryson, and they went through and they looked over all the parcels and tried to figure out where we were going wrong, what we were missing, and what needed to be adjusted. As part of that process, they went through and mapped all the commercial properties slash properties that were deemed commercial and established an actual square footage of those properties. This is the final piece of that pie, which is twofold. First of all, the residential units did not stay the same. It's just going to be billed the same across all parcels that you own. We have many parcels within our town that are just vacant fields or vacant lots, and those lots currently don't get billed for stormwater runoff, even though they get the same runoff that the neighbor who does, right? And just because they don't have a house on it doesn't mean it's still not a residential lot that could be used for residential uses. Second side of that was ag, trying to establish a way to take care of the ag community because they have a lot of open ground that contributes to a lot of, for instance, our issue on Garrett Road, right? We have probably 200 acres there that all drains to one point that our storm system has to take. But trying to establish it really quickly, their numbers can balloon because it's so much open ground. And trying to establish a rate that makes sense for them as well. And then obviously the commercial users and what they have going on. Before you is a draft of the ordinance, and I'm gonna tell you, it's rough in all forms at this point, and while it is formed, it's still somewhat a work in progress, but basically addresses each one of those concerns, changes the language a little bit for how we're billing, to capture all those. It addresses some languages for HOAs where, so for instance, Pioneer Village has, I think, 14 or 15 parcels in their blocks. They're not billed for anything. Well, a couple of our newer additions were poised to get billed. And so trying to establish a county standard for how those are handled. So at the county level, they're not billed at all. And trying just to make things uniform, and then in ordinance, going forward, we know if a commercial property comes in that has 1 million square feet of runoff, we can calculate what they're getting billed simply and easily, and it's not throwing a dart at the wall kind of situation. So I want to get this in front of you, just to let you guys know. At your next meeting, this will be in its final form. It'll be a public hearing, as long as you guys are good to go forward with that. The council will approve it, and then it's got to sit for 30 days. So after you guys approve it, the council's got to approve it, and then it'll sit for 30 days before we can implement it, which is going to put us in just under the wire for 2026 billing. This isn't, in my opinion, this isn't a money grab. This is literally treating every parcel uniformly across our community, and the reason behind it. So, quickly down the list, residential's getting billed at 1 ERU, ag's getting billed at 2, and then commercial is getting billed according to the chart in the back, based on their concrete drives, roofs, compacted gravel, all the way down into unimproved, hilly rolling, or flat. We did leave the language in where it says deemed, because we have several commercial properties within our residential areas, and we need a way to be able to go in and say, no, you're operating a commercial unit, you're going to get billed with the commercial numbers. I will tell you, for a lot of our commercial community, I think this, if it affected one bad, it affected, or higher in payment, not bad, but higher in payment for stormwater use, I would say probably 3 were going took the other way, where it actually, a staff brought their rate down some. Overall, for what this does, I think we were just shy of the $20,000 mark of increased revenue, and would be probably what we would be looking at if we went through and charged everybody more with the re-rate. So
Yeah, by doing this, we don't have to do a rate increase.
Yeah, so you stay the same.
yeah, so
Sorry.
yeah, mine's
It's Scott.
okay. That's something was going down.
Me too.
So, I know it's a lot to digest, but I want to get it in front of you guys as a public document. I want to let you guys know it is rough. We will be polishing it up while you guys have it, read it, figure out if there's any changes that you think we need to be made. I really want the process vetted well, especially going into a public hearing, and to move forward. So, I mean, I can tell you right now, I don't think a lot of our ag community was ever charged anything. And I don't see any substance in any documentation anywhere. They should have been charged
Based off our ordinance.
based off our ordinance. So, and we can't figure out anywhere. I went through the books and I can't figure out why they were. So, and the same
There
with
was same with,
commercial.
yeah, I
I
was gonna
can't,
say.
I can't figure out why CVS was charged one rate and then you go down the road and they have more square footage but charged differently. I don't know what the calculations were. I don't even want to try it. I mean,
Someone measuring different?
well, I mean, not even that, because we went through even tried to establish a measurement calculation, it doesn't work out. So like, I don't know.
I can't find, like, I can't even find any, because the clerk treasurers previous to me are the ones that assessed all the rates and put the rates in place, and I can't find any documentation in all the stuff I have that explains why CVS was charged this, but Central was charged something different, you know what I mean? And they're half a mile apart, but they're both considered commercial properties. Like, nothing adds up. Like, we dug and dug and dug and couldn't figure it out.
Steve, you speak to it, you went through the numbers a lot, like it just does, there's no rhyme or reason to what was going on, and that's the frustrating part. Residentially, I think we were okay, except for the parcels that were just not getting built.
And we had some houses that weren't being built. And when speaking to a couple of them that have called in, they were told they didn't have to because their property backed up to an ag property. And again, we can't find anywhere that was ever a thing.
No, we are keeping, now that we went through and redid all this, we are keeping data for each property now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yep.
I don't want to lose all that again.
No, so we actually,
That's usually what is happening when, you know, everything changes over. So.
we actually went into the GIS and map by object, so I can go in and pull, we can go in and pull, like, let's say, looking right at a CVS property up, and tell you that they have this many square feet of roof, this many square feet of parking lot, this much property, and bill accordingly.
Okay.
So, and is it gonna be perfect the first year? I don't wanna promise that, but I think as we delve into this over the month of December and can put an effective ordinance in place, we can make decisions that are rational based on our ordinance versus just going, well, why? I don't know, you know, so. It's one of the things we've been trying to do is to bring everything to this makes sense, let's do it. It's written. So, like I said, just to let you guys know, you guys will have the public hearing. Once we get this all vetted out in the next couple of weeks, you guys will have the public hearing at your meeting. You guys, at that point, will either approve or disapprove this ordinance. That means when you approve it, it rolls onto the council because our attorneys are, even though it's not a re-rate, it's a billing adjustment, and they want us to run it through as if it was a re-rate. And it is probably the fair way to go about it.
Yeah, we're adding, so yeah.
Yeah, we're adding a lot of language and tweaking the way it was applied enough, I think, where it just makes sense.
Okay. All right, anything else new business? Okay.
Not this time.
Old business?
No, not at this time. They are still working on putting together the RFP for Hostler Road stuff, trying to get that ready to go out. Hopefully to have that in probably in November, we should have an RFP for the package for that as well. So we can get it to bid and get it going in 2026.
Okay. You have anything?
I do not.
No? Okay, neither do I. Motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next meeting is